Good morning. And good morning from Frankie. I know your feet are all dirty. Okay, jump. Jump. Good boy. You can say hi. It is so nice out. Yeah. It's, I have way too many leaves in my yard, so I was out swishing in the leaves to get him to do his run. And, a little bit of training. I don't overdo it with the training because I love who he is normally. And I'm too lazy. Oh, speaking of lazy. So I was telling you ladies about my neighbor's flag. Oh my God. So even the two strips that ripped apart are now in a knot. So it's almost like a fashion statement right now. Or yesterday it was like an emergency signal. Like, there's something wrong here. I was so busy with work that I completely even forgot about it, thank goodness. Because usually once I get locked into something, it's really hard to let go. As well as I didn't even think about looking on the internet on how to tell your neighbor it's time to change their flag. But this morning, thank goodness, I woke up to a message from Denise. You know what? You may be right. It might be best to just take the plants over. Oops, I'm jiggling. Take the plants over that I wanted to give her and that she was excited about getting and let it go. Her flag is none of my business. I'm sure there's other neighbors who would be happy to tell her about the flag. I just have, and I know a lot of people don't agree with this. I'm sorry. Please don't be offended. If you are, I get it. But I do have a complicated history with the military and with patriotism. And when a flag is like that, that bothers me. There aren't a lot of things people can say about the military or... I mean, there are a lot of things you can say that are absolutely true and frustrating in the government. However, I still believe that America is the greatest place to be, and I still respect the uniform and the flag. Maybe it's part of my old-fashionedness. I don't know. And at this point, don't care. I mean, it's just me. I do care, however, about my neighbor. So... Denise, I think you're right. Matter of fact, while I'm over there giving her those plants. Oh, and I got some babies off my aloe vera plant. So I'm going to give her some of those feeders that have rooted on my philodendron. I went through all of them to try to get her the good ones with roots. So when she's ready to plant them, they'll be ready. And also I'm going to give her a couple of the little baby aloe veras. That came out. I used to keep the little babies and give away my big ones, but I learned my lesson on that. I had to go through it about 3 times where I kept giving away the big ones, and somehow I just don't have the knack for the baby ones. There's some kind of voodoo magic associated with them, and I just don't know. I'm going to use... I have a long day today. So I'm going to use a little bit heavier makeup than I've been using. I'm going to use this. This is full coverage makeup. How in the world did I... Oh, I must put the wrong lid on there. That lid is not made for... Well, I don't know, but it made a mess. I don't like using stuff that looks messy. Okay, so anyway. Good morning! So those Look at that coverage. I'm telling you what, I haven't had coverage quite like this before. Matter of fact, the coverage is so good. It has such staying power. The couple times that I've used it, I use grapeseed oil to remove it. If you want a good makeup remover, to me, olive oil is the very best. But I use grapeseed oil because I think I just used olive oil so long that I started being able to smell the different. It just got too heavy for me. So let me shut my door. I'm on the phone. There we go. And I heard good things about grapeseed oil, so I researched it. And grapeseed oil is really good for your skin. From what I read, I'm not a doctor. Matter of fact, if you don't get this rubbed in pretty quickly and use enough, you're not going to get complete coverage. You got to get in there, spread it around, and don't expect it to be workable like most of my makeup. This is more like a thick paint. That's the truth. Look at that. I got some color today. I need to turn on this overhead light probably to get a good view. So how are y'all doing? I would love, Denise, speaking of a friend that you have coffee with every morning, I would love for us to have a coffee club where we got together at least once a month. That would be so great. Oh, and catch up on the adventures. Oh. The stories. Some of us might all get you together once a month, because I know some of you ladies are kind of in my, what is it called? GP or PG level. And a couple of you are in the R. And we could share some stories, I'll tell you. Yeah, next time I have to use more at once and spread it faster. Excuse me, but I don't have time for that right now. So I'm gonna put on some powder. Just a little bit. I have to throw this brush away. It was one of those Temu purchases, and I thought, oh, it's such a pretty nice big brush. That'll feel so good. And it's really good for nothing, but just kind of swishing off the big stuff. But I'm gonna keep it. I keep saying I'm gonna throw it away, and then I keep it because it feels good. But it's like, it's not thick and compact. It's hardly nothing, but, and it's not the smoothest, silkiest tips, but it's enough that it, I don't know, does it, I don't know. There are some things that just get to me because of texture or weight, color or scent, and all of a sudden I'm attached. Certain flavors, even though I know they're not good for me. Oh my God. I had a craving, believe it or not, for Pop-Tarts last night. And it made me think how many times, I mean, I eat them on rare occasion. I mean, I had them in my cupboard for ages. But I went through a spell where I was eating them. And it's a food that I grew up with as a child, right? So I'm familiar with them. They're in my brain bank. And I was thinking of how many things we do that are naughty, but not naughty enough for us to feel guilty and let it rent space in our head, but not enough to stop. Because I could have stopped eating those. There's 2 in a package. But did I? Nope. You know what that's about? Rebellion, I guess. An addiction to sugar. Our body, for some reason, craves the very things that hurt us. I'm not quite sure what that's about. Maybe it's about the soul's way of challenging us to do the things that we know that are right in our head and heart, regardless of what our body wants. I don't know. I just find it interesting. I've known it for a long time. In the addictions field, it is kind of a shame that it happens. I kind of was, that was another thing that I was like, if God's involved in this, it's kind of a cruel joke. Sorry, I'm just saying that is how I felt for a long time. Now I can see where if life wasn't hard and challenging sometimes, how could we tell a difference in personalities based on how? I don't know. Something to think about. But it also made me think, here I know now what's causing me these allergies. And when I had that fancy coffee drink like I usually have in the morning while I was trying on those clothes, because I thought, oh, it's stressful enough to do that. And I wanted some caffeine to help keep me focused anyway. It took me 2 days to get rid of all of that muck again. I was just thinking, what is wrong with me? Good grief. Well, I know I'm a human being. That's what's wrong with me. What are you going to do about that? Oh, I love that color. So mauve-y. Almost blends with my natural lip color. Oh, I'm so glad I wore that extra mascara yesterday. It made me feel so good. You know, and after a few days of using a new tube like this, it thickens up because it's been exposed to the air. Especially putting the plungers in there like that. And it's starting, the way I was dinking with it yesterday, it's starting to make the mascara thicker. I like that. Have you ever noticed that? Yeah. Oh, man. Once again, I got some of that eyeliner up into my hood. Who got me going and putting some of that red or brick into my eyeshadow? I'm telling you what, I love my eyeshadow now. Keep my makeup pretty darn basic. I either just put it on heavier for making a statement, or I use it lighter. But pretty simple. I'm not a makeup artist. Matter of fact, I think I need to go into YouTube and change my page ID, you know, or description, because I think I had morning chit chat, which is why I'm doing this. That's what's important. But I think I also put in there, like, get ready with me. And some people, I guess I wasn't smart enough in knowledgeable enough to know that meant usually makeup artist. So I don't know. Let me know what you think. All right. I love you guys. Go get the day. Sorry this is so short, but I ran out of time this morning. All right. Little color. Just a little bit, because I know it won't show up on camera if I don't wear a little bit. All right. Love you. Have a lovely day. Mwah. Bye for now.